Hello, everybody. We are super excited to have another amazing guest. As you know, we've been talking about the fact that baby boomers are getting older. Everybody needs to take care of themselves and either move into a retirement community or stay at home. And there's lots of resources that are needed to do that. So today, our guest is Kira Altenhofel, and she has a business related to what we're talking about. So thank you so much, Kira, for joining us, and welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad to be here. Thank you.
All right. So tell us about your business. This is really exciting, and an angle and a service that you provide that we actually have not explored before. So we're really interested to learn about your business and see how you go about and what services you and your partner provide. So the floor is yours, and we're we're really excited to learn about your business.
Thank you so much. So, my business partner and I, we are the trusted advisors of Home Care Resource. We are the people that's kind of like behind the curtain of home care, non medical in home care. We are business coaches and consultants for those that are interested in getting into the non medical in home care industry and business. As
Mhm.
Roxanne said a little bit earlier, baby boomers, we all know the statistics every day, 10,000 people in the United States, turn 65. So
Mhm.
but it's not necessarily the boomers that are looking for the home care. It may be still their elderly parents that are looking for that. They're still, going out there because boomers are fighting the aging process. Thank goodness for them because they're helping everybody else to fight aging. But the need is there. I mean,
Yeah.
just alone in San Diego County, there are statistics that say that there are over 200,000 or more people with the diagnosis of some form of dementia, right? So we
Mhm.
know these information. So there are a lot of people that need support. In the state of California, the Department of Social Services is what issues the license. So we walk people through this. We've assisted over 400 plus people into entities go through this process. We started in 2015 when California became a regulated state. Um, but we help everyone across. We help people go through the licensing process. We help them to build their business plan, help them to build a strategic marketing plan. We like to say, it's easy to just drop off a pen or a pencil or a Starbucks and say, "Hi, I'm a business like me." That's not going to get you a business. What we like to
Mhm.
teach our clients is how to build trusted relationships and become a solution and a provider of choice because you are solving other people's pain points.
Yeah.
And you become specialized in specific areas. Everyone can
Mhm.
do bathing, dressing, and toileting. That's what caregivers do. But what do they do a little bit special, a little bit different that stands out in the crowd? So rather than being, competing against hundreds of other agencies in your area, have a target market. Be the
Mhm.
specialist in, let's say, um, I know it's, nobody wants to talk about it, but, as an elder person, incontinence is a big thing.
Mhm.
Out of control incontinence in the home ends up getting people to go into assisted living sooner than they want to. People
Mhm.
in the United States get surveyed, they don't want to age at a facility, they want to age at home, right?
Mhm.
So non-medical home care helps people to stay home. And in out of control incontinence gets people out. So why not
Mhm.
specialize in incontinence care? So we talk about that and how well caregivers are trained on in regards to recognizing signs and symptoms, how to reassure a person that's on in incontinence products or services to boost their emotional support because Non-medical caregiving, the secret sauce to that is companionship. Anything addressing, but if a caregiver can properly engage with their client, there's joy, there's purpose in that elder's life, and you're regaining whatever independence to the ability that they can be in that moment. So we do a lot of that coaching, and we have live workshops, we have webinars, we have all the goodies that an owner would want. And thanks so much for putting up my card. And there's our website. You can see all the information about what we do. But that's the joy. I started over 2 decades ago as an administrator of large assisted living and memory care. I've opened many memory care programs in assisted living. And I always have a heart for it. I still, even today, I run twice a month, I run a family support group for spouses that have spouses in memory care, because I never want to forget what that frontline experience is, because too often people get caught up in the money of the game. Oh yeah, caregiving, there's so much money in it. You never forget who you're serving. So that's what I like to do. And then, my business partner, he's phenomenal. He's been in this business, Edwin. So it's Edwin and myself. And Edwin, he's been in the industry, in the health field as well, with home health, hospice, and hospital markets for over 3 decades. And we just bring a lot of great information. What I see that clients benefit from us is not just like, oh, we know the boxes to check, but it's the background and the wisdom of all the different experiences one can have as an owner about risk management, workers' comp, being in front of a labor law judge. What does it mean when a client complains, or when a caregiver is doing something that they shouldn't be doing? All of that we bring to the table, and that's wisdom there. And the nice thing also is my business partner and I, we have other interests outside of our work. And we bring that in and weave that into our consulting with our business and our clients, such as I have, I'm a yoga teacher. I'm a breathwork practitioner. And my business partner is a licensed hypnotherapist for over several decades. And we bring that awareness of self, and we have those discussions with our clients so that they see the bigger picture for themselves first, so that they can bring that out to the clients and to their caregivers.
So you're basically bringing a whole person into the work, so that the person has, and that becomes the niche of interest that
agency. Yes.
Yeah.
Because we love when we work with our clients, we like to remind them, what is the culture of your company, and we love to lead with love as a culture. And it's like, it's not, oh, we love our clients, we love our caregivers, but what does that mean? And do you love yourself first? Because I feel we have the greatest impact in this industry by creating self-aware owners that then can spread that good message to their caregivers, that they feel safe and secure, then they can pass it on to their clients feeling safe and secure. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And when is there licensing involved for the people that you train?
Yes. So if somebody wants to get into the business, you have to get licensed by the state of California with the Department of Social Services. You cannot just, let me gather some friends and get some caregivers out. That is actually illegal, and you can go to jail for that. So the state of California does require a license, yes. And we help them through that.
That's amazing. And it's a career path.
100%. And the nice thing is that starting up a non-medical home care is the greatest entry, if you wish to make this into a business, greatest entry into this wonderful world of healthcare, because there are not as many hard standards in order to become a licensed home care organization. Like, you don't have to have a bachelor's degree. You have to be 18 years and older and pass a fingerprint background check. That's
Wow.
what you need.
Wow.
But you have to have, finances in place, right?
Right.
We are starting a business. It could take, it's best to say you have about $30,000 of upfront cost to
Right.
start a business. But that's, if you think about it, that's pretty low when you're
Yeah.
thinking.
If you're starting a business, yeah, that is not a whole lot of capital to start a business.
Nope. No.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very interesting. You mentioned the your interest outside of actual business. So I want to also share what you told us with the with uh, this event that you're doing. So if you can tell us about this event coming up, because it's really interesting, and I want to make sure that we cover your event and pass it on to the audience. So I'm going to make it as big as I can make it on the screen, and then have you cover it.
Oh, thank you so much. So, yeah, so this is, what brings us joy in life, hopefully, is our purpose of what our work is, our day-to-day work, but also other things that we get to spice up our life. And I have dedicated myself for quite some time of personal development and yoga, meditation, has been been a big piece for me. And so in my journey, and so I'm certified in yoga as a certified yoga instructor, and working through my breathwork practitioner a certification as well. And I just feel like, wow, it's had such a great impact on myself. This has to be shared. And so I'm like, yay, let me share this. But it's for those who just have that little like itch inside them, like, yeah, I think there's something other than what I'm doing in my day-to-day life. I feel there's something else inside of me, but I just don't know what it is. I don't know how to awaken it. So I'm doing a spring equinox ritual and ceremony that honors the new seasons. And I'm kind of focusing on the archetypes. So there's four main archetypes. Is called the maiden, which is the spring season. Then there's a mother, which is summer. And then there's the witch in the fall. And then there's the crone in the winter. And the maiden and the spring season awakens this beautiful spirit inside of us of a new beginning, self-identity, curiosity, this to go move forward energy. And what a great thing to do and bring that up at this time after this, winter that we've had. It doesn't feel like winter today, right? In San Diego, but it's still, if we're honoring the seasons, this ceremony will incorporate body movement, some breath work, some chanting and mantra. We'll have a tea ceremony. I'm from Russian descent, so I have this beautiful antique samovar teapot that we'll have, and just a nice 2.5 hours of being led to listen to what your body is saying. Too often we're caught up in our head. If we really pay attention, our body is talking more than our head, but we're always caught in our head. So this is a 2.5 hours to kind of get in tune back to your body and see what is your spring message. And it's a doorway to be more in tune to who you are, because the more that we know who we are, the better we can serve other people.
And this is actually very interesting. I am Persian, and Persian New Year is actually celebration of spring equinox, and it's not a religious holiday. I would say it's a cultural holiday, and it's the biggest holiday. It is the Persian New Year. And it's essentially celebration of what you're just saying.
Yeah, it's the reawakening, right? We just came out from the winter. Yeah, yay! Now we can start growing, right? That makes sense, because being more in tune to the seasons versus what's on the calendar.
Yeah, exactly. And you pretty much celebrate it. It's funny because we set up a table that has pretty much everything that has to do. You're supposed to have 7 things that start with S, and in Farsi it could be an apple because it starts with S. It could be a coin because it starts with S. One of those things is you are supposed to be making and growing seeds to make them into sprouts, and that starts with S, and it's supposed to be a part of it. There is anything that is with bulb flowers that start like tulips, and that start with S. So very similar to what you're describing in what you're doing. So it's perfect timing too, because the Persian New Year is March 20th.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I want to make sure, we're talking about maiden, and it's very the feminine energy, but there is always a male component. We are both male and female. And so here it's the maiden, but that would be the magician for the male side. So the 4 archetypes, it's the maiden, the mother, the witch, and the crone. And for the male energy side, it would be the magician, the warrior, the lover, and the king. We have all of that inside of us. So men and women can come to this event.
This is super cool. Super cool. Well, thank you for sharing this. This is and you know how I see the connection between this and our world of real estate. There's a lot of connections that I see between what you're doing and what we're doing. And what I see is we're also in our business. We're also need to be licensed by the state. We also need to basically drum up business, because business doesn't fall in just because you got a real estate license. You have to keep on educating yourself. You have to create connections, and with those connections is where the business comes. And you have to be ethical. You have to care about the customer, because it's all about the care and the service that you provide. And also, when you make a niche, that's so much better. And that's what we're doing here, basically servicing those customers that in that transition from getting older and getting to be taken care of by whatever means that works for them. Either it's in-home care or assisted living, depending on what works best.
And it's all about relationships,
it's all about relationships,
but trusted relationships, being with that person side by side, being empathetic. And people don't do things, we're not a Yelp review. We are, a lot of it is word of mouth. It is from one person that had a great experience with us, passing it down to the next. And you want that referral from a trusted friend when you're like, what do I do with my home? I don't know. I feel overwhelmed. Well, let me tell you about Roxanne and her team, right? The experience I have. That's going to be, that's golden, right? And it's the same with, I want to start this business. I don't know who to trust. There's all these people out there saying they can help. Well, let me tell you about Kira and Edwin. They're just fantastic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the clue. I want to make one more invitation. If you go to my website and you also see Edwin's information, at our office, we also host, Edwin hosts on a monthly basis on the second Monday night of the month. is a 1-hour meditation, and it's free. It's by donation. And it's a lovely experience of a guided meditation with sound and crystals and all that. And it's really fun. Again, something way out there, but it's something that he just loves, and people are drawn to it. So there's an invitation for that too.
So let me ask you, so the retreat that you're having on the 21st, is that also in your office?
Yeah, I have a lovely training center room, and it's just, yeah. And I only limit it to 10 people. So it's an intimate group because it's just better that way.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is your website, and we have, let me see if I can get to the about to, oh, there you are. There you are.
Yeah, there's myself and my business partner, Edwin, and we met during networking, because that's the thing, is networking and meeting people. And then we both said, hey, you know, I think we can work well together, and we bring this wisdom in, and let's do this. And Home Care Resource has been around for 11 years now, so we're really fortunate.
That is just amazing. So cool. So cool to know about this. Santi, this is way outside of your terrain. So what do you think of this as a young person?
I mean, a lot of young people like myself do, in fact, go to, a lot of meditation, yoga, to kind of, like you mentioned, be good with yourself, and so that you can kind of spread that to the outside world. So it's very interesting about, that you bring that into your business and what you're doing on your day-to-day. It's, very, very interesting.
Yeah, this is super, super cool, and it's really interesting for us to learn about all this. So thank you for sharing that.
Well, thank you for inviting me to this, and and we welcome any and all questions. If anybody has questions about anything, email anytime. Even if somebody sees this months after it was posted, by all means, please go ahead and email, and we're happy to answer any questions.
So on that note, let's go ahead and share. So if you guys want to get a hold of Kira, there's her number, and there's her email, so you can email her as well. And again, I'm going to share her website so that you can get to see where you can go to find her. So chcre source.com, and you can definitely get lots of information from her. And I'm also going to share the flyer one more time, March 21st, and there's all the details, 9 to 11:30. And the cost is $90, and there you have it. You can definitely join and participate in this amazing ceremony. And yeah, thank you very much for joining us and for giving us letting us know about what is out there in terms of creating businesses. One question that I had for you. Do the care providers that you guys train, do they also do medication management?
Great question. So the Home Care Services branch, those are the people that issue the license to non-medical home care or home care organizations. There's a fact sheet that's on their website of what a home care agency can and cannot do. And medication management is one of those things. So an agency, a caregiver can remind people to take their medications, remind them to refill. They can open the containers, but a caregiver is not allowed to put a pill in somebody's mouth. They can bring it into their cup. If a person has tremors and they need guidance, they can do that, but they cannot put a pill in a person's mouth. They cannot do an injection. Because they're not skilled nor trained for that because that's not under the licensure.
Got it. Got it. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. On that note, we are going to move on and let people know, if you are watching our program on YouTube, we would love it if you guys give us a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to our channel, so that as we bring amazing speakers such as Kira, you are notified and you know about their expertise. And if you guys are thinking about buying or selling here in San Diego or anywhere in California or anywhere in the US, there's my phone number, and we're happy to be of assistance. And there is Santiago's phone number. He's also happy to be of assistance. We love to we love for you to give us a follow on Instagram. If you hang out on Instagram or on Facebook, we would love to see a follow there as well. And there is our website. So please visit us if you are thinking of buying or selling. And again, thank you so much for joining us today, and make it a great day, everybody.